Welcome back. You just saw a clip from Light the Way Foundation, and I'm here with founder and president Janice Murphy.
Hey,
How
good
you doing,
morning. Good
Janice? Good
morning,
morning. Good
Derek.
morning. So, why did you form the Light the Way Foundation, and what is the Light the Way Foundation?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here to talk and be able to bring some more recognition to Light the Way Foundation. Light the Way Foundation was founded because I really believe that all children should have the opportunity to be able to experience enrichment programs. You know, when I was younger, unfortunately, my parents divorced when I was very young, and so it was always a challenge for me to be able to participate in activities. And so that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to form this. And so we do have a lot of things as far as we want to make sure that kids have an opportunity to be in enrichment programs. And so we do have a mentor program. We do open up to community outreaches, like we go to centers and we provide CPR training, certifications. And then I know we'll be talking about the film summer camp as well.
Okay, and actually that kind of leads me to what my next question. What does the film summer camp entail? And I know what it entails, and I tell people a lot of time. I'm a mass communication major who's a teacher, but you don't forget that art. You don't forget that craft. So what does the film summer camp entail?
And this is actually just something fun that happened maybe like 3 years ago. This is the third year that we've done this. And it allows for the youth to be able to learn everything from behind the camera. So they learn, how to work the camera. They learn about the sound system, scripting, peer-to-peer networking, like being able to put together an idea for a documentary. And so that's what they do by the end of the camp. They create a documentary that's all about them. And they relay that information through the media, a documentary. And so it was just a great opportunity to be able to get them to see something different that they hadn't experienced before. And at the end of the camp, we do have a big red carpet premiere at the AFI Theater. And so we invite their family out, we invite the community, everyone out to see this great work that they've done. And they have a round table, so they're able to tell us all the things that they learned, during the camp experience. So it's really great, and we're trying to build that up every year to get more people out to support those youth.
Okay, and what a lot of people may not know, and because this is my show, I can pretty much do what I want to a degree, is that I work with the foundation. So everything that I do is not always politics. There's things that I do behind the scene, and I've been working with Light the Way Foundation. This is my second year. Second year, and it's a very, very wonderful experience. So one of the things that I try to do is bring about awareness, and I've been doing this since I started the show. I've always showed a clip of Light the Way Foundation. I showed a clip today of the McConkey School. I did one for the Arnold House. So anytime there's nonprofits out there that are doing good things, if you reach out to me, I'll definitely, give you free publicity. I'm not asking for anything because you're doing a service to the community, and that's the way I look at it. So, what are you doing outside of what I'm doing? What else have you done or will be doing to bring more awareness to Light the Way Foundation?
Basically just getting out there. Like, this is a great opportunity. I thank you so much for all the support that you do give us, because it makes a difference, for people to believe in the program and know that, we can't do it by ourselves. So networking and talking to others is definitely, this is a great opportunity to get the word out, but also just having events. Like we try to sponsor events where people can come out, talk to us, meet us, know, exactly what we're about, how they can help. And so we want to open up more avenues like that, but hopefully word of mouth from youth who have participated in programs, who reach back and talk about it, and that's been very helpful as well. We have media outlets like Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, so we try to definitely post some of the things that we do in the community as well.
Okay, and you mentioned sponsors. So
Yes.
who are some of your past or current sponsors?
So we have Murphy's Auto Body Shop, Howard University and Hospital, because when we have our film summer camp, that's primarily where it's always been, on the campus of Howard University. And so we work with them there. They've sponsored some things, Howard University. We've actually had Inna Foundation, who is new to us, a new funder, which is amazing. They actually sponsored 7 kids this year for a film summer camp, so that was wonderful. And then just reaching back to the community, all of us, networking together, everybody giving like $10, $20, all of that comes together, and it actually helps us to reach goals to make sure the program is great. We had some local vendors who donated food to us for the program to feed, because when we have the camp, we just want the parents to drop them off. So we feed them, we give them everything that they need throughout the week. And so we've been blessed to have some great people to help us.
Okay. And another great sponsor was Advocare.
Yes.
Advocare.org, where we advocate, educate, and we do everything we can for our kids and youth. That's actually my business.
Yes, and we thank him for that.
But so as we talk about the awareness, we talk about the sponsors, we talk about everything you're doing, what are some of Light the Way Foundation's needs or wants?
Right.
And we can, keep it real.
Right.
I understand that probably the main thing would be money, but outside of money, there's some other things. So besides money and funding, what are some other things that you're looking for?
Okay, and so just to touch on funding a bit, one of the things is, because we do a lot of fundraisers, like I really want to get away from the fundraising, although it's a great way to network with people, but just being able to get some of the grants that are available, so that way we know that we have money to be able to, expand what we're doing, and we don't have to focus so much on trying to raise it, but we have it. So that's one of the goals, is just to get more grants for funding. But also, too, people who want to come out, because even though we have our own, organization, networking with other organizations that are like-minded, because we can reach more people. So that's one of the things that we'd like to do, is partner with other organizations and reach more people, more youth in the community. Getting out there, letting people come and volunteer and work some of the programs with us. And so those are some of the things that we like to, to continue and expand on.
Yeah, because I understand, and you probably understand too, with any new foundation, typically there are, I wouldn't say financial issues, but there's things that we have to do in order to, keep the foundation operational.
Right.
So, I know that one of the things, it'd be nice, and, if you're out there in Facebook land, whatever, if you're a grant writer and you're willing to volunteer your services, for us to solicit, these grants that are out there, I know that Light the Way would definitely be appreciative of it. And if there's any business out there that are like-minded, because one of the things you did mention was the summer film camp.
Right.
So there may be some type of media company out there that may want to be a sponsor or something like that. And we also, the mentoring component of it. Now, I'm the director of mentoring, but I don't want to sit here and toot my own horn. So I'm gonna let.
Yeah, I'll toot it for you.
But how did that come about?
So basically, I guess it was like last year. We were able to speak with Derek, and it was transitioning from another organization, and he has been such a great part of mentoring young men in Southern County, and it's been very effective, and he wanted to keep that program going, and so we were able to transition that from one organization into Light the Way Foundation to keep it going. The youth are amazing, of course, just needing some guidance and some structure and some educational and all the things that we know that our youth need these days, and so he's been able to head that program for us. We're actually going to start, October 27th is going to be our meeting where we are initially talking to youth who want to participate in the program. And so he's been, keeping that going, making sure that I think this year maybe we'll try to make some college trips to get them ideas of where they may want to go. But just being that first line of support, of course with the parents, but just being that additional support to guide them, help answer any questions that they run into real life. Yeah. Did I touch on everything that you wanted?
For the most part, because to me mentoring is key, and people, there's a lot of things you can dispute, but our youth are 100% of our future. You can't dispute it. So they are. So we're looking at trying to be proactive versus being reactive. So, as far as any upcoming events, you have any upcoming events that you would like to share with the public that they can attend, or whether it's now or somewhere down the road?
Well, we actually have so we started this last year where we had a calendar. So it's Light the Year, and we started last year. And this year, our 2019 calendar, we're actually working on that now. And this is a great opportunity where we're featuring people who have been sponsors of Light the Way, whether it's a company or an individual who has given back to Light the Way or given some type of support. We want to feature them because, they're what keep us going. And so this is a great opportunity. And so we're working on that now. We're doing our photo shoots, and we plan to have a calendar launch event in December. So we're working out all of the details. So we'll definitely post that on all of our pages, and I'm sure at the end you'll let me tell them where all those pages are. But we're going to be giving that information, and basically it's just a way for us to actually have a fundraiser. So we're actually featuring people, but we're also selling the calendars. Okay. And so that's just a way for other people to show their support for Light the Way.
And how can they get these calendars?
So we're actually going to be having different mechanisms to get them, but primarily I think we're going to have it at the launch party. We're going to have lots of copies. All the people who are in the calendars, we plan to have them there as well. So if we want to make it into, let me sign your calendar for you, make it a special event. But also we may have it online. We're actually trying to work all of those details out now, when we should have all of that together by November. And everything posted of where the event will be in November. So that's one of the things, the month-end events that we're planning, but we're always scheduling things for next year, early next year, and those are events. But I'm sorry, those are actually activities with the youth. But events, as far as being able to get people together, I think that would be the primary one for the year end.
Okay. Now, what I wanted to touch on before we wrap it up, we understand you are the founder and you are the president. But I know with any organization, you can't do it by yourself. Right. What are some of the key players that is keeping your vision, your dream alive?
Well, first of all, we have great officers. Like you said, you're the director for the mentor program. We have Brianna Murphy, who's the vice president. We have Yakina White, who's the the secretary. We have Maddie Laurie, who's the treasurer. And then we have Islam Shabazz, who's heading the media portion of. So all of us working together, because this is amazing to me because it was always just me. And so if you can imagine one person wearing all those hats, it was very, very difficult. And so I'm so pleased and so happy that other people like you are sharing that vision and helping me, because we can get so much more done when we work together as a team. So what I would like to do is see other people who believe that, yep, these youth are our future, and we're going to have to invest in them, because what we give them now is what they're going to give us back later. And so just being able to have other people who come in, we have Billy Saunders, who's on the board. Mm-hmm. He's very helpful as far as trying to reach out and help us raise funds. Rosalind Gonzalez, who's another board member. So this is all new to Light the Way. This is amazing, and this is hopefully going to propel us to do much better, reach more youth. So all of you keep me motivated, because I don't have to do this alone, and I know that the mission is real, and and I have support.
And it's definitely a lot of hard work for those out there who aspire to have a foundation. This is the foundation that receives, where the operations, everything goes back into the program, so no one's getting paid. Right. Where we don't have the overhead. It's not like we have a facility. So all the monies that are donated go directly back into the program. And there's different tiers of nonprofits, and for a variety of different reasons. But this, excuse me, these are the type of nonprofits that I generally work with, because I want to see the fruits of the labor, meaning that when people donate, they can see exactly where the money is going. And and fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, when you do expand, in some cases you might have to have operational costs in order to keep it flowing. But any organization that is giving back to the community, whether it's a business or a nonprofit, in my mind, it's buying into the village concept.
Right.
And that's exactly what, you've been doing with this. So I commend you for this.
Thank you.
How can people donate or find out more information about Light the Way?
Well, we do have a webpage, lightthewayfoundation.org. We try to keep everything posted, like all the different activities that we've done, all the things that are coming up. You can even see some of the documentaries that some of the youth have done in the past. We have our upcoming events, and then we have that wonderful donate tab to, if you believe in the mission and that, you're willing to help us to be able to help these youth. In our communities, please definitely donate to the program. Like Derek says, we're very transparent. You can see everything that we do, and you can see how the money that we use goes back into the community.
And that's really the key, transparency. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world and
Right.
local politics or whatever it may be, but to be transparent, to me, it just clears up a lot of stuff. Because I think, in my mind, once you lose your transparency, you lose your integrity,
Right.
you lose credibility, you lose a lot of things. So the key is being transparent and seeing where everything is going. So you have any parting words or anything else you want to say?
Well, I want to thank you once again, because this is a great opportunity to be able to come and share with your viewers, some of the things that we're doing. I'm hopeful that you guys will go to the website, lightthewayfoundation.org. Visit us, be interested in the programs. We're trying to do a lot more. And like we said, it's all about our youth and preparing them for the future. And so, it's definitely our responsibility to leave this world in a better place than when we found it. So I'm hopeful that your viewers will support us.
Well, Janice, I definitely appreciate you, taking time out this early morning to come out here. And what we're going to do, if you could, play the Light the Way Foundation clip again. And I'm going to come back for my parting shots. So if you could, please play the third break, which is Light the Way Foundation clip again, and then I'll come back with my parting shots. So once again, thank you.
Thank you, and thank all of you.
And we'll be right back. And welcome back to I'm Not Complaining, I'm Just Saying. As I close out, I definitely want to thank our two guests, Bill Dodson, candidate for Charles County State Senator, District 28, and Janice Wilson, founder and president of Light the Way Foundation. Excuse me, for coming on the show and really just providing a wealth of information. Hopefully, they've been able to educate you either on the platform or on the mission or whatever it may be. So as I close, November 6th is a general election. And what I always tell people is that if you are not going to vote, then in my mind, I don't have anything to say to you because you didn't vote. Voting is your right. Some people say it's a privilege. To me, it's a right. Because it'll become a privilege if you happen to get in trouble. My thing is that when you vote, vote with this. Vote with your mind. Don't let other people influence your mind. You have the ability to make a change, regardless of what the situation may be, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever. You vote for a person that is going to address your issues and your concerns. And this election is just going to be critical. And, you know, I'm one, and I tell people, I ran for office. Yeah, I lost, but it's not the end of the world. You know, it is what it is. My thing is that I tried. All right? So you have to try to do things. Try to educate yourself on candidates. And really, this is not throwing stones at some of my Democratic candidates. They may think that it is, but I'm like this. You can't expect people to vote for you if you're not going to give them a reason to vote for you outside of your color or the D on your chest or the R on your chest or whatever it may be. People want to hear, what are your solutions? I'm talking about sensible solutions. We can all agree to disagree. But when you get to the point to where you disagree and you don't have a counter to it, then what you're disagreeing based on what? They have a solution. And when I look at local politics, particularly in Charles County, we're a very divisive county. I'm saying I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm saying, people, when you look at me, what you see is what you get. I'm not going to smile at you and then the next day act like I don't know you. No, I'm either going to smile at you or I'm not. It's that simple. But we all can be civil. I don't have to have a conversation with you because, one, I'm not an elected official, so I don't need to sit here. You know, if I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you. I'll say hello. But elected officials, you have a right because you work for me. You work for everyone in Charles County, whatever county you live in. So, as I close, the premise of my show was based on my book, which is called I'm Not Complaining, I'm Just Saying. And this is actually about the education system. So I know a lot about the education system. And there's good and there is bad. But it's good and bad in everything and everyone. The key is, do you own up to it? And what we have is we have a lot of politicians that don't own up to jack. You cannot be right 100% of the time. I know for a fact there is a commissioner who swears he or she is right 100% of the time. You make no mistakes. Only person I know is God. That's about it. So I'm guessing you equate yourself to God because there's some mistakes that have been made. And you have to own up to it. Whether you're in office or out of office. So, I just want to read some of these comments real quick because I have not looked at this. Nicole Bennett said mentoring is very important and it definitely is appreciated. Oh, my wife's on here. My wife said voting is step one in 3-step process. Vote and be vocal about the things that are important to you, then hold your representative accountable. And I agree. She holds me accountable to everything I do, right or wrong. And when you have elected officials, you hold them accountable. And one thing I will say, and I'll be very, very clear, is that we have part-time commissioners and we have a full-time commissioner president. If you are working part-time, my definition of part-time is at least 2 days a week in the office. I expect, excuse my language, your ass to be working at least 2 days a week. Because if you're not, you're making almost $50,000 to work one day or once every other week. And then some of them have the audacity to have a full-time job and don't even work that job full-time. And then you want to come work this job half of a part-time. Are you serious? Who do you know can do that? Think about it. We're paying you almost $50,000 and you think that you're not going to come in 2 days a week? Then guess what? You need to give up some of that money. But hey, everything in the dark will definitely come out in the light. That I can guarantee you. So with that, I'm going to go. We'll be back, actually not November 3rd, but November 10th. And remember, exercise your right to vote. Vote smart. Vote using this. Do not allow others to educate you. Educate yourself. Because like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stated, you do not want to be the victim of sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity and vote for someone that has absolutely nothing to do with you or what you stand for. So with that, I say peace and blessings. I wish everyone a good day. And what I will say, because I know the game's come up tomorrow, and I'm sorry, Washington fans, let's go Big D! Dallas, baby! With that, peace and blessings.